Good morning. Let's do the pre-market prep for 5/16/2019. I believe it's Thursday. So, getting the bounce. Definitely getting the bounce on the weekly here. My prediction right here, go up to this level where this high volume node is. We've traded down, made the bounce, and I didn't really expect to get here in all that much of a hurry. I figured it would take another candle or something. But we are ripping to the upside, and I told you that was because of this low volume area between this big node right here and this big node. So we're getting that kind of rip your face off type of rally, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be against this node here. Maybe pre-market? No, I don't know. I don't think they'll make it that far, but it's going fast. And so you can already see our daily candle here. It's already made a pretty good move, sizable move. It's 40 to 26 points pre-market already. This is where I came in. This is the ATR. It's a 40 at this point. If you notice that there's just tons and tons of levels, and that's because the ATR is getting so wide at this point that there's just tons and tons of levels and 80 points of price action here. We're trading right now against this volume node. I think they'll defeat it pretty easily. Should trade through these areas, a little bump right here, but I think we're going to be up here against the 82 area fairly quick today, especially with the hype, and then we'll be interesting to see how it goes through this area. I believe it's one of those grinds. They're going to grind it, and what that looks like is a spike in channel with a very small channel, and I'll see if I can describe that to you. 240 chart, like I said, you can see we're into this volume node right here. We're basically defeating it. We're on the top of it, making the bounce off the top right now, and then we'll be through it and we'll be fighting the next node. But there's a lot less volume here and through here. So here's the 80 level. So I think once we get up and kind of going, you'll get 70 to 80. You're going to get this 10-point rally pretty quick, I think. And I think this will probably be the top of our range somewhere up here. I think they'll defeat this by the end of the day. 60 minutes. Just kind of drew this range right here. Had a midline right here. Copied that up, and just kind of looking at what the range extensions are, and so this guy matches up pretty nice with this node right here, this level right here into the low volume node, and this one right here matches right up with the bottom of this node. So this should be a tougher area. This should be a tougher area, but all through here, I think, and this is the 80 level right here that we just talked about. This is the 71, so 10 points fairly quick at the open is my guess. And I talked about all this in the previous videos about how you could really move really quick through this, because when you do this, there's just, in this current trading, there's this other side of the swing that's just kind of missing because of the gap over the weekend. And so there's just, as far as current trading, there's not a lot here. So that's why I'm thinking it rips through here really quick. Intraday, so you can see they made this push overnight. They got stuck here at the top, but then they ripped it real quick through here. So if by some chance the sellers were to come in, push it back down down here, you could see it actually trade back, I think, to here, and this would be a good long to get on and go. And then you have this level right down here. This is these two pivots right here are probably both good long pivots. This one's especially kind of nice because it has this wide range bar right here. Yeah, I would take a long off of that. I'd take a long off of that, and I'd take a long off of that. Just be careful through here. There's just nothing in here. This is going to fall pretty fast. This will have, if this falls pretty fast, it has momentum. You'll get a small bounce here, enough for maybe a tick or two scalp. Who knows? Maybe, and then it'll fall through and make the bounce off this node, and then that's this node over here. And I think you'll get a good bounce out of that. And then if it just happens to fall lower and start testing the bottom of this volume, it's this guy. I would say he's kind of the bottom of the range maybe, but you could get into this guy down here. I hope that helps for the downside strategy on making money. I mean, look at this rip. When you get volatile markets, it just rips. Like I said, not a whole lot of volume in here. You got a little bit of a node right here, but this is 84, which matches up with that 82 kind of level that we were just talking about. It's the high volume node right here, and it's the biggest spot on the chart for recent trading above price. You got a node right here. I think you'll get a bounce maybe. That's 75-ish, and the high volume is 76. So maybe you get something out of that. Top side of the node is 79. So just pay attention right there, but there's just not a lot of volume. Especially when you get over here, there's just nothing there. Bigger time frame. This is the 80 area again, and so when you rip like this, you don't have very many points to kind of draw off of. So I took this range from here to here, and the midsection was right here. It lined up fairly well with this, close to the top of that. Stacked it up. You can see how we stacked up, and we're kind of bisecting it right at this point. We had, the first couple touches were rejections off of here. First couple touches were rejections off of here. So this looks like a level. Looks like we traded up. Now we're trading on the other side of it. I expect we'll make this bounce right off the top of that candle and return. Oh, did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see the bounce? I don't know if you caught that, but it touched right there and moved up like 2 ticks. That's how it works. That's how you steal ticks out of the market every day. And anything else I can really say about the symmetry? Nothing. We're ripping. This is PPT action right here, plunge protection team. Basically moving this market up over all the resistance overnight. So you see we had a great range. We had a lot of volume right here. It was holding, held overnight, and then they just came in and did the bum rush right through the level to make sure that we're up and over trading this. Now that we're up and over trading this, we've broken this structure right here, and it's a signal to everybody in the market that we're going north. So only a miracle is going to probably pull us back. Anything else that I can tell you? No. What's interesting here is I think that if you were to cut this in half, like right in that half bisection point. Oh, did I screw that up? No, that's fine. I always find it interesting how just cutting something in half here gives you, visible kind of levels in the chart, and kind of makes up for the symmetry. Be careful today. If you're taking shorts, be careful. Keep your stops very tight, and hopefully you'll catch the rally to the upside if it takes off and goes. So good luck with the trades, and I'll talk to you in the afternoon. Take care.